Welcome to the YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub, your one-stop solution for expert guidance, best practices, and actionable knowledge in the world of contact centers. Explore, learn, and enhance contact center skills. In this section, we are going to explore how customer satisfaction connects with other critical call center metrics and why those connections matter. CSAT is not an isolated number on a dashboard. It directly links to the customer experience, to operational efficiency, and even to financial performance. When satisfaction scores rise, we typically see higher first call resolution, lower handle times, stronger service levels, and ultimately, greater customer loyalty and revenue. But when CSAT declines, the opposite is true: more repeat calls, higher costs, and greater risk of customer churn. This correlation analysis gives us a clear picture of how improving satisfaction creates a ripple effect across the entire operation, and how neglecting it can quickly erode both performance and profitability. In short, CSAT is not just a metric, it's the heartbeat of the call center. Let's begin by looking at the correlation between customer satisfaction and first call resolution, or FCR. The connection here is straightforward but powerful. When FCR is high, it means issues are resolved on the very first contact. Customers don't need to call back, repeat themselves, or wait for escalations. This efficiency creates a sense of competence and care, which naturally drives CSAT higher. On the other hand, when FCR is low, customers are forced to make multiple calls for the same issue. Each repeated interaction adds to their frustration and erodes confidence in the service. As a result, satisfaction drops significantly. Here's a simple example that highlights the impact. When FCR is at 85%, CSAT can reach as high as 90%. But when FCR drops to 60%, CSAT often falls to around 70%. That's a 20-point decline in satisfaction, purely linked to whether the issue was fixed the first time. This demonstrates why FCR is one of the most critical levers for improving CSAT, because customers value not just resolution, but resolution without repeated effort. Now let's examine the correlation between customer satisfaction and average handle time, or AHT. When AHT is very long, customers often perceive the service as slow and inefficient. Even if the issue is eventually resolved, the extended wait and drawn-out interaction reduce overall satisfaction. On the other hand, when AHT is too short, customers may feel rushed or receive incomplete resolutions. This creates the impression that the agent was focused more on speed than on truly solving the problem, which also lowers CSAT. The sweet spot lies in an optimal AHT, where efficiency and quality are balanced. Customers get timely service without feeling hurried, and their issues are resolved thoroughly. Here's an example. With an AHT of around 400 seconds, CSAT scores can reach 88%. But when AHT increases to 700 seconds, CSAT drops sharply to about 72%. That's a significant decline, showing how closely these two metrics are tied. The key takeaway is clear: managing AHT isn't about cutting time at all costs. It's about finding the right balance that ensures speed, accuracy, and a positive customer experience. Next, let's look at the relationship between customer satisfaction, service level, and SLA compliance. Service level, or SL, measures how quickly calls are answered. For example, the classic 80-20th standard, where 80% of calls are answered within 20 seconds. When SL is high, customers experience shorter wait times and faster access to support. This efficiency translates directly into higher CSAT. But when SL falls and service level agreements are breached, customers wait longer before reaching an agent. Delayed service creates frustration and sets a negative tone for the entire interaction, even if the issue is resolved later. Here's a clear example. With a service level of 85%, CSAT can climb as high as 92%. But when service level drops to 60%, CSAT often falls to around 75%. That's a 17-point decline caused simply by slower access to service. The takeaway is simple: meeting SLAs isn't just about compliance, it's about protecting the customer experience. Strong SLA adherence consistently correlates with stronger satisfaction scores. Now, let's examine how customer satisfaction correlates with abandon percentage, or AB%. Abandon percentage measures how many customers hang up before their call is answered. When AB% is high, it usually means customers are stuck in long queues or facing extended wait times. This leads to frustration and, unsurprisingly, much lower CSAT. On the other hand, when AB% is low, it indicates that more calls are being answered promptly. Customers spend less time waiting, more of their issues are addressed, and satisfaction levels naturally rise. Let's take an example. With an abandon rate of just 5%, CSAT can reach 90%. But when the abandon rate climbs to 15%, CSAT can fall sharply to around 68%. That's more than a 20-point drop simply because too many customers gave up before getting help. The message here is clear: reducing abandon rates isn't just about capturing more calls, it's about protecting the customer experience. Every unanswered call is a lost opportunity to build trust and satisfaction. Next, let's look at how customer satisfaction connects with call transfer rate, or CTR. The relationship is simple but very impactful. When transfer rates are high, customers are passed from one agent to another, increasing both wait time and effort. Each handoff forces the customer to repeat their issue, which not only slows the process but also creates frustration, and as a result, CSAT drops. By contrast, when transfer rates are low, calls are resolved more quickly and by the first agent who answers. This reduces handling time, eliminates unnecessary handoffs, and creates a much smoother experience. Naturally, this leads to higher CSAT. For example, with a transfer rate of just 5%, CSAT often reaches 88%. But when transfers climb to 15%, CSAT can fall sharply to about 70%. That's nearly a 20-point drop caused by repeated handovers. The lesson is clear: minimizing call transfers isn't just about efficiency, it's about showing customers that their time is valued and that their concerns can be handled seamlessly in one interaction. Now let's examine how customer satisfaction links with occupancy and agent productivity. Occupancy measures how much of an agent's time is spent handling customer interactions. At first glance, higher occupancy may look like higher efficiency. But when occupancy rises above 90%, it often leads to agent burnout. Overworked agents become fatigued, service quality drops, and customers begin to feel the impact in slower, less empathetic interactions. Naturally, CSAT declines. The sweet spot lies in optimal occupancy, usually around 80 to 85%. At this level, agents are kept productive without being overwhelmed. They have the energy and focus to engage with customers effectively, leading to better service quality and stronger satisfaction scores. For example, with occupancy at 82%, CSAT can reach as high as 92%. But when occupancy climbs to 95%, CSAT often falls sharply to about 76%. That's a significant decline, driven not by the customer, but by the strain on the workforce. The key takeaway is this: occupancy isn't just a workforce metric, it directly affects customer experience. Balancing productivity with agent well-being is essential to sustaining high CSAT. Finally, let's explore the connection between customer satisfaction and Net Promoter Score, or NPS. CSAT measures how satisfied customers are after a single interaction. It gives us a snapshot of their immediate experience. NPS, on the other hand, reflects long-term loyalty, how likely customers are to recommend the brand to others. While the two metrics are different, they are closely linked. When CSAT is consistently high, it builds trust and confidence over time. Satisfied customers are far more likely to become promoters, loyal advocates who share positive word of mouth. But when CSAT is low, customers carry their negative experiences forward, which erodes loyalty and lowers NPS. Here's a clear example. With a CSAT of 90%, NPS can reach as high as plus 60. But when CSAT falls to 70%, NPS often drops to around plus 20. That's a major decline in advocacy, driven by how customers felt in day-to-day interactions. The lesson is simple: every satisfied interaction adds up. Strong CSAT today creates strong NPS tomorrow, and that translates into lasting customer loyalty and brand growth. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next video.